Hi everyone, so for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing and giving you my first impression on the BH Cosmetics holiday collection. I woke up this morning, I'm so excited. I received this in the mail this morning. I had planned to film another video, but I was like way too excited because I opened it and I was like, I need to use this today. And also for today's video, there's going to be two parts. So the first half of the video is going to be swatches, and the second half of the video, I'm going to do a try on part, first impression kind of thing. So if you only want to see the try on portion of the video, I'm going to leave timestamps in the description box below so you can check that out. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So if you want to know my opinion on this collection and if you want to know how to create this very fun look, you can just keep on watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and let's get started with the makeup. Alright, so let's get started. This morning I received from BH Cosmetics their holiday collection. So we have the 12-piece brush set, which is a value of $28. We also have the nice 16 colors eyeshadow palette, which retails for $12, which is so affordable. We also have the Let It Glow highlight palette, which retails for $14, and you also have this massive palette, which is the Naughty eyeshadow palette. There's 30 colors in here, and it's a value of $29. So yes, I'm so excited. I'm going to try and like use all of these products and give you my first impression. So I'm going to open these up with you. I'm going to start with the brushes. Now the brush set looks so cute. It looks so pretty. Let me see. So you open it up, it comes nicely wrapped, and you also have this little, oh my god, there's going to be glitters everywhere. You have this, oh, it's so cute, this little container for your brushes. And I'm not the kind of person to really like glitter accessories. I like glitters on my lids, on my face, but I'm not really a glitter type of person, so I'm probably going to give that to my sister. But oh, these look so beautiful. Oh, these look so cute, and they feel really soft. Oh, you have a little tiny fan brush. I have no idea how to use these, but look at it, it's so tiny. Ooh, this feels so soft. Oh god, I'm so excited to use these. So you have the eyeshadow, the highlight palette right here, and the first thing I'm like noticing is this shade right here. I'm super curious to see what it looks like because it looks like a almost like gray shade. Okay, so I'm going to start swatching these. Like so far, like they seem very impactful. They seem to have a lot of shine, and they're not really like glittery. They're more of a satin metallic highlight. They don't really have any glitters in it. Let's move on to the nice eyeshadow palette. Now look at this. This is so cute. Oh my god, I love small palettes like this. Having a small palette like this, I feel like it's going to be really practical, and also for traveling because you have so many shades in such a small palette. I feel like it's really practical. First impression, the shimmers, they're actually so creamy. The mattes, they feel a little bit more chalky, but overall, like I really love the colors in this palette. It's really warm. Like there's mostly warm tones, but you do have some pops of colors. All right, so that's that for the nice palette. Next, we have the Naughty palette, which is a huge 30 eyeshadow palette. Do you see this? Do you see how beautiful this looks? So for this one, I'm going to go row by row. I'm really loving these shades in this palette. You have a lot of warm tones. You also have more cool tones. The shimmers, they feel very creamy. Ooh, actually some of the mattes in here seem a little bit more creamy. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the swatches. I'm going to start applying the makeup to my face. I'm going to start, of course, with my eyes, just because I'm not really sure if these eyeshadows are going to have fallout. So I'm going to take a little bit of my MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly, and I'm going to prime my eye with this. So I'm going to start just with one eye. So I'm just going to use my finger and pack this primer on my lid. I think today I mainly want to use the Naughty palette, which is the bigger one, and I'm not sure which shades I really want to use. I'm going to start by going into the shade called Frosting, and I'm going to take that shade with the number 8 brush, which is a fluffy crease blender brush. And I'm also noticing that there's a lot of kick up in the pan. Like there's a lot of powder flying all over the place. Ooh, that's a lot. But I don't really mind kick up in the pan, as long as there's not too much fallout. And I really feel like going into the green shade. Like these two shades together, they look really pretty together. So I'm going to go into the shade called Balsam. Not sure if that's the way you pronounce it, but whatever. And I'm going to take that on a 11 brush. And with this shade, I'm going to start and pack this on the outer corner. So I'm going to create a smoky winged liner with this shade, and I'm going to bring it into the crease. Yeah, I don't really like this brush for that, so I'm actually going to take another brush that's a little bit more precise. I'm going to take my JH40 brush with that shade, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just packing the shade on. Ooh, that's pretty. This green is blending quite nicely. I really like this shape. And the colors like the pink and the green together, I feel like it's really flattering. It's really interesting. Okay, so I'm quite happy with this right now. I really like the shape. I'm not sure what to do next though. That's the problem. And I think I'm going to go into the shade called Nutcracker, which is a really pretty deep burgundy purple shade. And I'm going to deepen up the crease and the winged liner we just created using that shade. I didn't want to use a black shade. I'm just curious to see how like a purple will blend on top of a green shade. It's probably going to do some poo-poo brown, but whatever. Wow, these are blending really beautifully. I'm going to go back into my JH40 brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges a little bit more. Next, just because I feel like the lid is a little bit too pink, I'm going to take the number 7 brush, which is a flat paddle, very small brush, and I'm going to go into the shade called Merengue, which is a very neutral cream shade, and I'm just going to place that on my lid just to like cancel out a little bit of the pink we have on the lid. That did nothing at all. I really like this look like that. I really do not want to put a shimmer on the lid, but I think I should, just for the sake of like trying these products out. I could probably like do a shimmer in the inner corner. So I'm going to take the 11's brush. I'm just going to put that in my color switch. So I'm going to go into the shade called Very Merry, which is a really pretty green, lime green shade. And I'm going to place that in my inner corners just to give a little bit of a pop of color. And I'm going to very lightly take this and bring it a little bit into the inner corner. And I'm going to take that shade underneath the line we created with the very deep brown green shade. I'm just going to follow the shape. Okay, not sure how I feel about that, but I think I like it. And also, so far, these brushes do work really nicely. I just want to bring a little bit more green on the outer corner. So I'm going to go back into my JH40 brush. I'm going to go back again into the Balsam shade. And I'm just going to intensify the green. Okay, I think I really like this look. I'm going to do the same on the other eye, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, and as you can see, I applied my foundation, concealer. I also filled in my brows, applied a little bit of mascara, so I still need to do my lower lash and also apply my complexion products. I was applying my bronzer, and then I realized that I wanted to use the brush from BH Cosmetics, so I'm going to do that. I do have a little bit of bronzer right now, but I'm just going to add a little bit more because you know, it's never enough. For my bronzer, I'm going to use my Hourglass Ghost Edit palette. I love this palette so much. This is the best purchase in my whole life. I love every single product in this palette. Ooh, it's starting to shed. But I'm going to take the brush number 1, which is the big powder brush, and I'm going to put my bronzer using that. So let me just see. Ooh, that applied a lot. Okay. Everything is applying so nicely, and these brushes are so freaking soft. So I do really like them. So for my blush, I'm going to go into the same palette. I'm going to go into these 2 shades. I'm going to put them together, blend them together, and tap off the excess because these brushes are really like, whew. What I'm noticing is that these brushes are really packing the pigment on the skin. Like they really pack it on. They don't absorb a lot of products. So that's really good. And also, if you want to know what foundation and everything I'm wearing on my skin, you can check the description box below. I'll have everything linked and described there. So that's pretty much it for the cheeks and everything. I'm going to do my highlights, and I'm so excited to try these. I have no idea which color I'm going to use. I'm scared. I think I might start with this one. I know this one is going to be too dark for me, but I think I'm going to start with this one, and if it's too light, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to be taking this brush right here, which is super like, it's a really nice fluffy brush, and I feel like it's going to be perfect for like the high points of the cheeks. I'm going to go into the shade called Tinsel, and I'm going to hit... Oh, that's very intense. Okay, now this shade is all right for me. It's very yellow. These highlights are definitely extremely intense. I think that this brush is like applying way too much. So I'm going to take my usual highlight brush, which is a little bit bigger, so it's going to blend the edges better. Oh yeah, that's way better. There is a really nice shine, but I just feel like it's a little bit too chunky for my liking. Next, I think I want to try this brush right here. This is the number 12. Maybe for the brow bone it could be good. I'm going to take the shade Sugar Cookie, and I'm going to pop that on the That's very intense. I don't really like this brush. Like, this brush is very stiff. It doesn't have much fluffiness, so I'm not really sure how I feel about this brush. I don't think I really like it. All right, I'm going to finish up my lower lash line, and for my lower lash, what should I do? Maybe I want to extend. Do I want to extend? Or in the brush set, there is no really like precise brushes, so I'm going to go back into my BH Cosmetics very precise brush. And I'm going to take the green shade, which is called Balsam. I'm going to saturate my brush, tap off the excess, because I don't want fallout, because these eyeshadows definitely have a lot of fallout. And I'm going to like extend my inner corner, creating a little line right here. Because this eyeshadow is super elongated, I really want to take this line very far into my inner corners. And I'm going to connect it to the outer corner. All right, I'm going to leave everything like that, but I think I'm going to take a little bit more of that green lime shade, and I'm just going to intensify this inner corner a little bit more. So overall, I'm going to give you my final feedback on these products. So the brushes, they're really good. For the price, it's crazy. BH Cosmetics, they have a really good, like, the brush quality is amazing for the price, and everything is so freaking soft. There's just a couple of brushes I'm like, what am I going to do with you? Like this one right here, it's so chubby, it's so like, I really like it, but I don't know how to use it. Same as this one. This one is a little bit too compact, a little bit too stiff. I didn't really like to use it for my brow bone. But overall, all the other brushes, like the fluffy brushes, the face brushes, everything applies really beautifully on the skin. Next, I really like this palette. I do really like this palette. You have so much shades for the price. How much is it? This is freaking $29. A $29 palette. This is crazy, and you have 30 eyeshadows, and I will have to say the quality is really good. for the price, it's crazy how good this is. And all the eyeshadows blended beautifully. You have amazing shimmers, you have amazing mattes. The mattes are a little bit more dry, but the shimmers are beautiful and everything blends really nicely. And you have a really good amount of colors in this. You can create so many different looks. You have a white, you have a black, you have all the colors in between. For the smaller palette, I'm really curious to use this more often. I love the concept of this palette. I love the size of the eyeshadows. I'm the kind of person that doesn't go through eyeshadows, so having a smaller palette for a smaller price but still having a lot of different shades, I feel like this is a really good idea. So overall, I'm really impressed with all of these products. For the highlight, I'm not too sure. I have a lot of highlight palettes. I have a lot of different highlights, and I will have to say, like, it's really pretty. It does do a really pretty effect on the cheeks. Actually, the more I'm looking at it, the more it looks like really pretty. For the price, I feel like you have 4 amazing shades. It's only $14 for 4 highlights. I do really like it, but it's not like my favorite. It's really pretty. It is a little bit like glittery and a little bit chunky, but the more it's sitting on my skin, the more I feel like it looks really natural and melted into the skin. So I'm not mad at it. I do really like it. I'm pretty happy with today's video and today's look. I really like what I created. Everything blended super nicely, and BH Cosmetics, they're an amazing brand, cruelty-free. The price and the quality is amazing. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video and if you enjoyed today's look, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.